Hi guys, we're just starting, so go ahead and write that down on your paper. The first step we took was to write down the first function we saw, and that was f of x. Okay, so step 2. Someone remind me. What am I doing? Do we remember from last week? Plugging in g of x. So you're plugging in the other function. Okay? So what's my function? My other function? Good. So what I'm going to do is make sure, remember, when we evaluate, we have to plug in where we see an x. So I'm plugging in g of x every time I see an x. Okay? So I'm going to put equals 6, parentheses, 3x plus 1. That's it. Every time I see an x, I plugged in g of x. Okay, my next step is to distribute. Anaya, tell me what distribute means. You were here.
6 times 3x.
And what's that?
18.
Good. Then I have to distribute to the other side, right? What's 6 times 1? Plus 6. Good. That's my answer. So the three of you that weren't here, what this really is we're just evaluating at another function. We used to evaluate, remember if we had, I'm going to write this for it. If we had like f of 4 equals x plus 2. Remember this, the three of you? This is how I showed them on Monday, or whenever I saw it. What would you normally do? How would you solve this? If there was a 4 here, what would I plug in? A 4 here, right? So this would just look like this, right? So instead of now plugging in a number, we're plugging in a whole function. Okay? So same kind of idea, it's just a whole function, not a number anymore. Okay? Okay? All right, so what we do, we have to do the other one, right? So we got to put it in reverse. So first you put f of x, now we have g of x. Somebody out loud who has not volunteered yet, what's my first function? Good. Somebody other than John, what am I plugging in?
6.
Not you either.
6x.
Good. Where? Good. So 3. In parentheses, this is important. 6x plus 1. Okay? Now what? Good. Now here, I don't distribute to this one, right? It's not in the parentheses, so I don't distribute. So I just leave it. Just leave it. That's my answer. And then up here, step 4 is to combine like terms. We good there? Yeah? Okay. Now, this is a little bit of both, okay? So this first one, I'm looking at 5. Is this function operation or is this composition of functions? What does it look like? Remember, I'm going to write this down quick. Comp. Okay, so when I'm looking up on that top right, composition, that's how that's going to be written in those two different ways. When I'm looking at 5, does that look like a composition? No, right? So this is throwing you back to last time. Operation. And what operation am I using? No. Nope. What did I highlight? Addition. Okay? So, now, I have f of x plus g of x. Okay? So go ahead and write this down. This is a little different than what you're used to. Okay? Now, what am I going to evaluate at? Can I just add f? Is there an x here?
No.
There's no x here. Okay? That means instead of plugging in x, what am I going to plug in? Good. So everywhere I see an x, I'm plugging in a 2. Okay. Now, someone tell me what f of x is.
2x.
Okay. What's g of x?
X plus 4.
Okay. Now, important. Here. What am I going to evaluate each of these things at? What did I just highlight?
2.
Okay. So, now, this is a little different. That's why we're just not adding functions. Now, every time I see an x, I'm plugging in 2. Do we see what I did? I just plugged in 2. This told me that I was adding f of x and g of x. But I have to add it when evaluating at 2. So every time I saw an x, I plugged in 2. Now, what do I do? Okay. What's 2 times 2? Okay. Then what's left?
Plus 2 plus 4.
Now what?
Combine items.
Yep, and what does it equal?
8, 10.
Thank you. Okay, next one we look at. Right? What's my, is this composition or operation? Right? On the left side, composition or operation? Somebody over there. Left side, somebody over there. Operation or composition?
Operation.
Good, operation. What operation am I using? What symbol do we see? Good. Okay, so up here I'm skipping a step. Do we all see what I did? Could I skip that step? Are we all okay with that? Instead of, I just went right to here, instead of doing this. Okay, now I could write down, what's my h of x?
5 minus.
Okay, 5 minus x minus, what's my g?
2 plus 4. X plus 4.
Okay. Now, what are we going to do? Someone besides Martin and besides John. What do we have to do first? I got to plug something in. Oh. Nope, not yet. I got to plug in 2. Good. So I have 5 minus 2 minus 2 plus 4. Okay, now this throws you back to PEMDAS. Right? What comes first in PEMDAS? P, parentheses. What's in the parentheses?
Addition.
Good, so what am I going to add?
The numbers.
Yeah, so what does that get me?
6.
Thank you. Okay, but remember, what's important about subtraction? What happens to the inside parentheses?
Are we supposed to flip the sign?
Yeah, good. So 5 minus 2 minus 6. And then somebody combine those like terms for me. Somebody combine those like terms. Anyone? If you'd like to use your calculator on your phone, go ahead. Good. Good. Are you guys okay with me teaching like this? Is this okay? I feel like I'm out of everybody's way if I'm over here. Yeah? Okay. All right, next page. Next page. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these two. So I'm going to help you set them up, and then you're going to go ahead and solve, okay? And raise your hand when you're done. We got to go back to that other page. Can someone read that off to me?
2x
What's F?
plus.
Okay.
I think is 5 minus 5.
But 5 minus x?
Yeah. Says here x to the cube.
Huh?
Here it says x to the
Change it. What's it supposed to look like? Who needs a pencil? If you're not writing down a single thing this whole time.
Nah.
You gonna write something down now? Good. That's what I'm at. Okay. Go ahead and do this one on your own. Remember, we have to plug something in here. What? Okay, I'll do it with you. Okay, I didn't think. Jeez, you almost took my head off there. Quentin, what am I plugging in?
I don't want you to call me. I wasn't saying you do it.
Huh?
I wasn't asking you about this call.
Yeah, but now I am calling on you. So, what am I plugging in? Look. What number is that?
Oh, 2.
Yeah, so every time I see an X, I'm plugging in 2.
Oh.
So 2 times 2, 5 minus 2. PEMDAS, what's my first step? Good, what's my parentheses? Besides Martin. Stop talking. Huh?
It's 5 minus 2.
Good, and what's 5 minus 2?
3.
Good. And what about my other parentheses?
4.
What's 3 times 4? 4 times 3? Better? Good? Yeah, I wasn't looking at you like I was just making sure you're right. We okay? Good? Okay? Just plugging in 2? Okay. Now, on to the next one. Division. Now, I know the operation. You didn't have to go and simplify. This one you are, because now it's just numbers. It's really just order operations, okay? So let's set it up. H of 2 all over G of 2. What is what? So tell me what H of 2 is. 5 minus 2, okay? Well, let's do this first. 5 minus x. What's G? I don't know what it is. Somebody's got to read it to me on the page. 5? That H of your equation on the other page is 5 minus x.
G is x plus 4.
X plus 4. Quinn, what am I plugging in? Yeah, every time I see an X, I'm plugging in 2. Someone go ahead and do that. You're going to get a fraction. It's okay to get a fraction.
3 over -2. I mean over 4.
You simplify this one?
Yeah, so simplify. This one's easy. Okay, now it's just numbers. The last one I didn't make you simplify because there was X's and all these nonsense. This is now just numbers. What's 5 minus 2? Not Martin.
3.
What's 2 plus 4? Okay, so what could I simplify that to? Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Are we done?
No. You're not done.
How are you doing that?
How am I doing what?
Like, everything.
What?
Writing.
How am I writing on the board? Because I'm writing on here. Oh boy. Did we not have a full conversation about that?
No.
Tony.
Wait, hold on, go back.
This class is going to give me gray hair
And wrinkles.
and wrinkles. And I am 23. I should not be getting wrinkles. Now I just told you all my age.
You look like a good 19. You look a day over 20.
Hey, I'd rather look young than old. Right? When I'm 50 and you think I'm 45, I'm be like, hell yeah. I'm 45. I don't look a day over what? What did you say, Alan? I know it was you. What did you say?
I said you look a day over 20.
Oh. Well, I am. I'm 3 years over 20. Okay, so let's go and do one on your own. Now, this is back to composition, no numbers. Okay, just plugging in a function. Okay, so go ahead and say this one, use your equations. What do you see first? First, use your steps that you wrote down. When you're done, raise your hand. All right, so what's my first function? Thank you. Okay, what am I plugging in? 4x. Where am I plugging in 4x?
3x.
Abby, what's your question? You good? Okay. We see that? Okay, what do I do next? Good. What's 3 times 4? X. And remember, this is not being multiplied, so my 1 stays. That's your answer. We did that, Anaya, didn't we?
Yeah.
Got it? Oh, okay. All right, this next one. Now, pay attention here, okay? What is my first equation that I see? My first function, I'm sorry. G. So what's G? Good. Now, don't get freaked out because it says G of X inside. All that means is that every time we see an X, we're just going to plug in G of X, okay? So, what am I plugging in?
4x.
Where? Every time I see a what?
8x.
Good. Now, remember, that X here goes away. You're substituting for it, so it does not stay there. It has to disappear, okay? Has to disappear. What's 4 times 4x? Good. On to the next. Would anyone like to do it by themselves and tell me what I'm writing?
No.
No?
What?
Anybody want to try?
No.
You already got it, though. I know you got it. Anyone? Come on. Attempt it. All right, I'm going to go and do it. Ready? I'm going to... Yvonne, what's the first thing I see? G or F? And what's G? Good. Quentin, what am I plugging in? 3x. Good. Alan, what am I doing next? Huh? I'll tape it down for you. What am I doing next? Look up on the board. Huh? Yep, what am I doing here? What's my next step? Multiply. 4 times 3x. What's 4 times 3x? What's 4 times negative 1? Good. That's your answer. Tony. First function. First function on number 4.
3x.
Anaya, what am I plugging in? F or G? Are you Anaya? No, I asked Anaya. Okay, Anaya, what's F?
No.
Good. So where am I going to plug that in? Every time I see a what? Okay, 3x minus 1. Can't forget that minus 1 at the end. That's important. Abby, what's my next step?
Huh?
What's my next step?
What's that called?
Distribute. Good. What's 3 times 3?
Sorry.
Abby, what's 3 times 3? Yeah.
9.
9 what?
Okay.
And then what's 3 times negative 1?
3. Negative 3.
Good. But what can't I forget?
Minus 1.
Good. Sam, what are my like terms? Huh? And what does that equal? What's negative 3 minus 1? Good. That's my answer. Okay? All right, on to 5. Now, look, here. Is this operation or composition? Operation. And what operation am I using? Good. Now, this is what we learned last week, okay? It just throws it in there to make sure you remember, okay? So, what's f of x plus g of x? My f of x, what is it? What's my g of x? Somebody besides Martin, what are my like terms?
3x.
Good. What's 3x plus 4x? And what's left? Good, that's your answer. Yeah, you were trying to plug numbers in. Abby, look. If there's no number here, you just do it how it is. Because this is saying evaluated at x, which the problem's already doing. Okay? So if there's no number here, you're just adding the 2. Just like the next one. Okay? Operation or composition?
Operation.
What operation am I using? Good. Now, what's g of x plus g of x? That's what this is telling me. Here is equal to that. So, what's g of x?
4x plus 4x.
Good. And what's 4x plus 4x? Woo! Okay, let me just see on the next page. Okay, so we already did these. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. Okay? So, if you want to keep that out, you can. Okay?